Assalamu alaikum friends.
This is Maji again. Welcome back to the second part of this tutorial. If you haven't watched the first part of this tutorial, just go and watch, which is right in the screen, which is showing right above the screen right now. Just click it and watch it. After you finish the first part, you will have two files, two obj file, object file like face.obj and helmet.obj. If you got them in your Blender folder, if you saved them, exported them, just keep going on this tutorial. You need to run the PFTrack right now. Once you open the PFTrack software, you will see something like this. You need to create a new project file. Just you need to press this create button, and you have to navigate the folder where you want to save your project. I'm going to save the project file, PFTrack project file over here. So I choose this folder and I'm going to rename it as IronMan. I'm going to keep 25 frames per second, so I just press 25 and then confirm. Once you created your project file, you will see something like this. You need to navigate your downloaded footage, which is from first part. Go to the download folder and footage. You will see the downloaded file over here. Okay, make sure you have renamed as I renamed it frame 1 to 532. Just drag this file to the page. Okay, if you drag the file, you will see the viewport video over here, and this is the scrub timeline over here. And if you see, you need to track all these tracking markers or around his eye. So you need to catch this video before you doing tracking positions. Okay, you need to click this C button. And one thing I forgot to mention, make sure you just renamed your image sequence from 1 to end of the sequence, in this case 532. If you didn't rename that, you will see something like starting with random numbers. It's a first frame number. Okay, so you need to rename all your image sequence with using advanced renamer. Once you click the catch button, you will see green bar over the footage. If you see green bar over here or somewhere in the middle which it don't catch, you need to increase your cache memory from coming over here and go to the cache, and you will see something below 2 GB. You need to increase 5 or 6 GBs over here and apply. Okay, then you have to press catch again. It will catch entire footage. So now we are good to go with the track. Now we have to right click this footage on the page 1 and tracking. Go to the track, navigate tracking and click the user track. Once you click the user track, your properties port will be changed differently. It will look like this. And make sure you are double clicking the user track, and if you come here and you have to press create. Before you press create, make sure your time head is on the first frame and press create. Its shortcut will be shift W. If you have any trouble on shortcuts while I'm using this track, you can see this bottom, I mean left side bottom. You can see all the shortcuts I am using here. For the first tracking position, I am not going to use shortcuts. Just create here, and if you want to zoom it out, you need to press and hold the middle mouse button and drag it up. If you want to drag down the footage and hand, if you want to use the hand button, I mean hand tool, right click and hold, and you can grab the footage like this. By pressing the create button, click one of the tracker point and resize it. This is the usual tracking box like After Effects, so nothing fancy. Make sure it's cover the entire position, and you have to center the tracking point at the tracking marker. So to do this, we can press the C button. Instead of that, we can press Alt C as shown in the shortcut keyboard. Then we need to track rotation and scale and skew. Make sure illumination is ticked so slight light changes won't affect the track. Once you finish all of them, just set the default, press this set default. So by pressing this default, after we create any tracking points, it will be created the same properties. So make sure you press the set default, then track forward. Keep eyes on the tracking marker and the tracking point which can hold the data. Make sure it is not slide anyway away from the tracking point. Make sure it is not sliding anywhere away from the tracking point from his head. That's what I mean. And once it got finished, I'm going to use shortcut Shift W and create another tracking point, and Alt C to center it, and square bracket, open square bracket to track backwards because the time head is on the last position. From hereafter, I am going to fast forward this footage to track entire tracking points over his face. Wait. As you see, the tracking point just jumped one position to another. If you keep eyes on that, you can see that changes. The tracking point actually jumped over this tracking marker to this tracking marker. So if you zoom right into it, it will hold up to this keyframe. Okay, we need to delete every keyframe after this point. Okay, so for that, remove key from this R plus. If we press R plus, after all the keyframe for this tracking marker will be deleted. Oh sorry, I just need to press the I just pressed the wrong button actually. I need to press R minus, so we can track one frame by frame until it's get perfect track. I need to press the R minus button to remove the tracking marker after that thing. Just track it again. That's why you have to keep eyes on that every single track point you do. I just pressed Ctrl Z at the last time. Okay, sit. Now you see, we can resize it. Actually, we don't need that size. Set as default. So drag it backward. Keep eyes on the tracking points. Okay, once you see this, it is tracking point 5. Actually, it has some issue with it. It has only track points after this. We don't have any track points before this, so select the tracking point actually and track it backward. I mean this tracking going to end actually. If you see all the tracking points stick at the place exactly we want, and if you want do some changes to the tracking point which has some errors, you just need to select any tracking point which has error, and if you want to remove the future tracking points you need to press R button, this R minus earlier frames. It will be remove earlier frames, I mean these frames in this tracking point. If you want to remove further you need to press this R button. That's how to do. Just take a demo, I will do that. It will remove that thing. Okay, this is how it works. If you want to undo you can remove that. Okay, I just don't want to do anything to the tracking point because all of them are perfect. So I need to zoom out and going to bring it in the position. So now we have to add a camera. Right click, utilities, edit camera. If you do edit camera it will be add a grid and a camera in the position. You won't see the camera in this view, so you need to go to the 2 view. From here you will see a camera. Make sure you bring your playhead on the first or last frame while doing any changes to the camera. Middlemost left click button to rotate and see the camera is over here. You need to bring this camera somewhere in the X position of this grid because we are going to import this footage into Blender. Blender usually take the Z or X or Y position in the front or back, so we need to bring this camera X or Y position. I'm going to do it in the X position. So while the edit camera is selected, make sure your playhead is in this way. Make sure X like type X like 10 and Y 0, Z 0. So we bring the camera in the X direction. We need to rotate the camera which look around the grid center. So make sure everything is 0, 0, 0. If you look closely, the green button which is Y, we need to rotate the Y position, which is 270 degree for this case, I think. Yeah, if you rotate the Y at the 270, it will be, let me look, it will be pointing at the grid center. Okay, then if you go through here it will be remain same. Okay, if your camera might be animated, you have to do the change over here and over here too. If your camera is animated for somehow you did wrong it way. Okay, if your camera, I mean okay, then when you finished your camera editing position over here, if you did something wrong, your camera actually might animated, you have to do the change over first frame and the last frame, so the camera will be placed on the same position without animating. Then when you finish it, then right click the edit camera and you need to track geometry. You need to track geometry in the first place. Then click the geometry and click the load button. You have to navigate to the folder where you saved the face and helmet obj files in Blender in the first part. Just click the face. Make sure you are on the first position, first frame, and you need to rotate this helmet which is looking towards the camera. So if you press view button, it will look towards the camera. It might be look differently. You need to confirm that the mask is looking towards the camera. So you have to go to the to view again and make sure it is not looking another direction. If you see the mask, the face mask is looking the opposite direction. The camera is the face is not looking at the camera. Okay, you need to rotate the face towards the camera. If you have trouble like this, you don't see the mesh clearly, you have to press here and render style as wireframe, so you can clearly see what is going on here. You can confirm that the mesh is looking other way. So come here and press the fly button and rotate. You need to rotate it on this direction, the green one. Is it? I think, yeah, Y direction. Rotate it so that the mask, the face is looking towards the camera. If you keep it look away from the camera, you will have trouble while compositing the footage. Okay, when you finish it, you have to make sure it is in the first frame. Now you have to adjust the mask right on his face. Okay, we don't need to resize, scale it at all. Just translate and rotate works well. Do not scale it. Okay, you can either control this mesh over here or here, either way works better. It doesn't need to be perfect, but make sure it's actually fitting on his face. Okay, make sure it can actually cover his 75% of his face. Don't worry about this area, that will be covered with another parts of the mask of the helmet. Okay, make sure the chin is here. Okay, when you okay with this position, you need to track forward. Okay, that's it. Oh no, before you clicking the track forward button, you need to select all these button by clicking here and press Ctrl A. It won't work actually. Select all, click here to select all, none, and press the activate, so that you earlier used the user track, right? That will be used for this track. Okay, that will be used for this geometry track as a reference. So select all and activate. Then once you feel okay with your position of this mask, just track forward. It will take too much time to track because I'm recording and tracking at the same place, which eats lot of RAM and my CPU. So I will fast forward this. Once it's done, I will be back. Okay, I found there is a glitch. I just set the mask this edge over the chin, it just slide over down here, so I need to make an adjustment without changing its playhead position. So come here, translate, and bring it up slightly. Once you do some changes, as soon as you did some changes to the mesh while tracking, you need to go between those keyframes. Okay, it will look like a glitch. You need to smooth it out. Okay, so you need to between those two keyframes and press the refine button. Once you press the refine button, it will fit exactly as it is. Okay, once you reach the last keyframe, and keep it that way and track forward again. You have to do these changes to the entire footage. If you see any glitch, you need to do it again with another 2 frames. When it's finished, there's a lot of changes in the face mesh, so we need to adjust it again. Rotate. Okay, we need to translate it again. Okay, go between these 2 keyframes and click refine. Okay, cool. Once you finish your job, just scrub through if you want to do any changes. Actually, I don't need to change that location, it is okay for me. Okay, it is okay for me. For this tutorial purpose, I don't need to correct more because my frame is getting out of memory. I guess it is lagging a lot. Once you finish the geometry track, you just need to replace this face mesh with a helmet. Okay, so for that you need to come here and press the replace button and go to that position and click this helmet. Let's open. Keep existing track transformation. Yes, we need to keep all the tracks transformation, and after we pressing yes, we will see the helmet over his head. If you see, it is perfectly tagged on his head right now, so we are good to go for the export. Right click and export, press export. You will see new properties over here after the export node added. Once you see this node, for the format, click here and go to the Autodesk FBX 2010 or BY and binary. Click it and make sure you are exporting it to the position where we created our project folder, PFTrack. Okay, I need to rename it export. I just renamed it export. Save. It will be saved as FBX format. Once you done everything, just click export scene. Export succeeded. Press OK. That's it. We don't need to correct any change. Once you succeeded, go up here and press exit. Yes. Once you finish all these things, you come here and PFTrack position, you see something like this. Okay, as you see, the export.fbx is here. So you need to import this file into Blender to export this file to the After Effects. So open Blender. Once you open the Blender, you need to press A, select all, and X, delete all. Okay, file, import FBX. If you open the folder where you exported the PFTrack files, if you try to import it, you will see an error because it is not imported as usual format. It is not possible right now because it will not supported in FBX. Actually it has the data of object and the camera. Okay, you need to convert into the format of FBX which Blender supports. For that you need to open this Autodesk converter, FBX converter. Just press this add button and you need to import this exported file. Open, and this file will be exported to PFTrack FBX 2013 folder. Just convert. You don't need to do anything. That's it. Proceed, and if you open the folder again, you will see a new folder. Open it. You will see a export.obj file or export.fbx file right now. Now if you open the Blender again and import FBX, you need to open the FBX export.fbx. If you open it, you still see nothing because it is too tiny. Actually it is too tiny to view. You don't need to resize it, you can just keep it as it is. But the thing is, the camera and the mesh at the same position, the center of the mesh, so you need to just play it to bring out the camera. Once you bring the playhead over here somewhere, you will see the camera outside of the mesh. That's it. Now if you press the 0 button on your number pad 0, you will see the camera view. So if you play spacebar, you can see the animation of the mesh. And if you select the camera and come over here and click the background image ticked and open this, add image, movie clip, open. If you go to the downloader folder, the footage downloader folder, press A to select all and open clip. If you press the 0 again, you can see the backdrop of the video footage. If you press, you can see what is happening over here. This footage only 250 frames long, so you need to increase the frame size to footage size 532. So you make sure 532 is typed. Okay, once you done that, now you are good to go with the footage exportation. Just select, you don't need to select them at all, just file, export After Effects, export After Effects JSX file. Okay, once you got to the position, just go here and IronMan project file and go to After Effects, script AEGRA and just typing Blender script, Blender AE.jsx. I will press OK. That's it. If you open the project file and After Effects, you will find some JSX file over here. This is what you need in After Effects to import those footage and helmet, the position over there. That's it. This is the end of this second part tutorial. Thank you for watching without skipping any part of this. So we will meet in the third part. We will compose it in After Effects. That will be a fun part to do. Have a nice day. Thank you. We'll meet again. Bye.